Welcome to Travel with Sean. I'm Sean. Having just got back from a 3-week vacation in China, I noticed there weren't a lot of foreign tourists, despite us visiting 4 different historic ancient capital cities. In one city we visited, we had an English language tour guide that I discussed this with. I commented that there doesn't seem to be a lot of foreign tourists. He said he noticed it too and thought it very noticeable. He shared with me, before the pandemic, he used to be very busy because there would be many large buses with foreign tourists, and he would always be busy helping them. Since COVID-19, he's noticed that there aren't very many foreign tourists, and he's wondered about that. He said that there are some here and there, but not hardly as many as there were before the pandemic. I suggested maybe it has something to do with China being the origin of COVID-19. He just stood there in shock. His eyes got so big. Acted like he'd never heard of this before. And he looked at me and asked me with all seriousness, "Do you really believe that?" I said, "Yes. It's known worldwide that COVID-19 was manufactured in a lab in Wuhan, China. Everyone knows that." He was silent for a while, thinking. He looked at me, shrugged, and said, "Who knows where the COVID virus came from?" He was obviously in denial, and he's not the only one. It's as if the people of China aren't supposed to talk about COVID-19. It's as if it's a taboo subject. Don't mention it, don't mention where it came from. Just don't talk about it. Another thing that I think could be affecting the foreign tourism in China is technology. You have to have an app for almost everything you do. Whether it is ordering Didi, which is their version of Uber. There's an app for that. You want to make a payment to buy something, you have to use WeChat Pay or Alipay. They have apps for those too. And these apps were created in such a way that they work best with Chinese phone numbers. If you don't have a Chinese phone number, it's technically possible to use them, but it's limited and you may have some snags, some problems. So what kind of snag, what kind of problem could you encounter by using Didi or WeChat Pay without a Chinese phone number? Let's say you want to order Didi, the Chinese version of Uber, and you chose your spot to be picked up, but the driver knows he or she cannot stop there. They can click on your name using the app and it will call you. But if you do not have a Chinese phone number, it won't connect to your phone, because these apps are set up to connect only to Chinese phone numbers. No foreign calls at all. So what happens is they can't connect to you, they can't pick you up. You can try again, but when you don't know that you can't be picked up at that location, you're still going to have that problem. So you'll want a Chinese phone number for Didi. And let's say you're ordering delivery, food delivery service. You order your food, but maybe they have a question about your order, or there's a problem with your order. They will try to contact you, again, using the app, WeChat Pay. But if they can't contact you because the app will not connect to a non-Chinese phone number, then they can't fill your order and deliver it. You've lost your money, you've lost your order. But if you have a Chinese phone number, they can call you and discuss the issue, sort it out, and deliver your food. Now, if you travel to China as part of a tour group that you booked through a travel agency, you're not likely to have any problems. If you do, they'll probably be minimal. Because you see, your lodging, your hotel is paid for. It's already arranged and paid for. So is your transportation, your tour guide, and your meals. Everything's paid for and arranged in advance. There's no problem. If you want to buy something, you can go to a larger store that accepts credit cards, or perhaps a smaller store that will accept cash. Your tour guide should be able to help you, guide you, either way. So traveling in a group as an organized tour is your safer way to go. So traveling as part of an organized tour is a way to have the least amount of difficulties. That's the easiest way to travel in China. It's when you travel independently that you're going to have problems. That was my experience in China. In the cities where I had a tour package paid for and scheduled through a travel agency in China, I didn't have problems. When I attempted to travel on my own, I had to download these apps, set up an account, and I needed to have a Chinese phone number. So this is what I think of why there aren't many foreign tourists in China. Why I think international travelers are not returning to China in large numbers anymore. One, I think it's the technology is difficult. It's not friendly to international tourists. And I think there's still a lot of people afraid of the COVID-19 virus, knowing it originated in China. Could they contract it more easily there? There's still a lot we don't know, and I think a lot of people are fearful of these two unknown entities, the technology and or the virus. These are my thoughts, but what are your thoughts about why international travelers seem reluctant to visit China right now? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment letting me know what you think about why international travelers may be reluctant to visit China. Or what do you think about these hindrances that I brought up, the technology and the virus? Love to hear from you. Until next time, bye-bye.